Something you may or may not know about me is that I have bipolar disorder. I've had it for a very long time. I've learned to deal with it and I've really gotten it under control. However, one thing that I did learn throughout the process of my life was that I needed to manage the ebb and flow of my motivation. So with bipolar disorder, you have these periods of high motivation and high, sometimes what we'd call mania, where I can just work like all night. And I have periods of really low motivation and I don't want to do anything. Now, I am medicated, so I am much more even keel. And I think that I'm kind of at the same motivation level as most other people. I have high motivation times and I have very low motivation times. Everyone does. Even the people that we see that we identify as like extremely motivated, they're out there working out at 5 in the morning and writing multiple books per year. Those people still suffer from the ebbs and flows of motivation. It's just part of the human condition. So don't feel guilty about that. Some of you may be watching this because you're on YouTube and you were kind of unmotivated and you just wanted to kind of kill some time until you got that motivation back. But I'm going to show you a way to get through that. So when it comes to internet business, one thing that I've learned is that the motivation is great, but it does not last. And to really, truly grow and scale our businesses, we need to find a way to make the most out of those troughs, those periods of time when we're not motivated. So the best way to do that is to prepare. So you need to prepare for those downtimes, just like you might have a rainy day savings account. This is that same concept. I've created a list of low motivation tasks that we can do that are actually productive. If you don't have tasks to do that are productive and you don't have goals, maybe just clock out if you're lacking the motivation. But if you're the type of person that wants to continually grow your business and you want to work from 8 to 5 or whatever it is, this is for you. This is a process that I follow, and I created a little worksheet for you because I want you to be able to follow it too if you want. So essentially, I've broken this worksheet down, and as always, guys, these are free for you. You don't need to opt into my email list or anything. Just come down to File, click on Make a Copy, and then rename it. And when you rename it and click OK, it's going to open up a file that you can edit. Just go through there, delete all of my information so that you can start fresh. I've broken it down into 4 columns. The first is all of the low motivation tasks. So put anything on there that is something that you can do when you're not motivated. Sometimes it's mindless work, or sometimes it's just work that's different enough that you're like, okay, this is fun again. For me, things like creating design work, it's fun to me. Like if I've been writing and I'm bored, sometimes I'll be like, oh man, maybe if I just did some doodles in my Sketch Wow and just did some fun things like that, just kind of activate a different part of my brain that's not really tired yet. Whatever that is for you, you're going to have those tasks over here on the left side. So some examples, I put researching for my books, hiring new team members, creating SOPs for my processes, backlink outreach, creating graphics for my content, updating old content, networking, reviewing analytics, testing out new products to use with my team or to blog about. One thing that you might be asking yourself is, well, why should I have this list of things that I could just like outsource? So ideally, your low motivation task should be something that you can't outsource, because really you shouldn't be doing things that you can afford to outsource and know how to outsource just to feel productive. That's not productive. So what this is for is if you're at a point where you can outsource these things, try to not do them. Try to outsource them. Take the day off if you're motivated. Go for a walk. Go spend time with your family. If you don't have anything to do that's actually productive that you can't outsource. But there's almost always something that you can do that is productive that really only you can do. And if you really want, if you can't afford to outsource, these are things that you'll be doing anyway. So this is great because you'll have a nice little list of things to go to when you're lacking the motivation. So for me, the tasks that require a lot of motivation are things like this, like filming this video or writing new blog posts or writing in my book. Things that don't require a ton of motivation, doing research for my book because I'm just literally reading. Hiring new team members. I'll sit there and I'll type out a nice little job posting on Upwork or whatever the project is I'm working on. That doesn't take a ton of motivation for me. It's very, straightforward. I don't have to do a ton of stuff there. Creating SOPs for my business. So these are just things that I can do when I'm not motivated. I can put on my headphones and I can just sit back, listen to some music and knock these things out, right? And again, the only thing on here that I put that only I can do is hiring new team members. And yes, I know you could outsource that, but my business is so small and I hire so rarely that I hire anyone that I'm working with. I like to be the one that finds and hires them. Networking is something that I consider only I can do. I hate when I get outreach emails trying to connect from somebody else's VA. Like, you're not trying to connect, you're just, it's very gross feeling. So I'm the only one that can do the networking. So if I'm bored, I'll start networking with people online, or I'll email somebody that I haven't talked to in a long time, or I'll call somebody that's a business partner that I haven't talked to in a long time. Stuff like that. Follow up with old clients. That doesn't take a lot of motivation for me. Some people might require a ton of motivation. I'm an extrovert, so that stuff is not hard for me, but for some people that might not be anywhere near their list. Reviewing analytics, kind of boring, but I can do that when I'm not motivated. Testing out new products, right? So ideally the goal is to have a list of things that you can always pull from that require little to no motivation. And for the rest of the sheet, there's just a little tab here, who can do it. This is just really to build awareness, guys. This isn't like something that you have to follow to a T. It's just to build awareness. So who can do it? Only me, anyone, but I do it, or someone else. So if it's someone else, that means that you have someone that you can't afford to pay and that can do it. So try to avoid doing those things. If it's something that only you can do, focus on that. That's the goal, to work in that zone. And then you can also do some things that you can outsource later, but you don't outsource now. Or maybe you just want to do them because you just want to do something. You're bored. That's fine too. So, all right, guys, that is it. That is the free worksheet there. Costs nothing, just for you, thank you for viewing this. So I make these things for you guys all the time. If you follow me, I've got multiple worksheets like this. If you check out the channel, you'll see a whole bunch more. But I love making these. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoy these types of worksheets, or if I'm the only one and I spend too much time on them. But I like them, and it's helpful for me. I'm going to finish filling mine out here later today. But I do have this list of things that I have. My list is very short, but I'm trying to expand it. I want to see if there's other things that I can do that are low motivation tasks to fill up those troughs, those points of low motivation, because they will happen, and you guys will find a way to break through next time you get there if you plan ahead. All right, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching till the end.